forward by welcoming our guest for the show, Avinash Gorakhsakkar. He's in fact joining us right here on the show. Avinash, good evening to you. Piyush at the top of the show was telling us that it was a day that really had something for everybody, so to speak. Give me a sense as to how you've seen the events unfold today.
No, I think, Fatima, the credit policy was on expected lines. I think a 25 basis point hike was, quite well factored in the markets in advance. Our sense is that, the inflation number and clearly the headwinds coming in from the crude oil space, especially considering the fact that the monsoon has been largely, in line. Our sense is that in the October policy, broadly, the markets as well as our expectation is that there could be a pause, and I think clearly what kind of global headwinds now come in, especially looking at the trade deficit, is going to be extremely important. Already our trade deficit is running quite high, and in case it runs further high into a deficit number, then I think you could possibly see pressure on the rupee. I think the concluding remarks by the governor on the trade currency war fears is something which the markets would obviously try to read on, because obviously that could mean that there could be some further pressure on the Indian rupee. But overall, I think the markets took it off in the stride quite well, and I think you could see definitely the private sector banks doing better. The PSU banks, my sense is, I think probably barring a few names like SBI, a Bank of Baroda, or maybe a Canara Bank, there could be continuation of asset quality pressure. So all in all, I think one would like to wait for now the next couple of months how the data builds up, so that the RBI can formulate its strategy going forward.